Okay, that was weird. My stream crashed again. That was very strange. That was very weird. What is up with that? Okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, stream crashed for some reason and I didn't notice. I don't know how long that was down for, but sure. I kind of wish Streamlabs would just scream at me if it loses the connection for some reason. Actually, I think I may have unchecked one setting that means that it can't reconnect or something. Because typically it should try and reconnect if it loses the connection. Maybe. I don't know. That was weird. Hopefully it doesn't go down again. Get rotation limits distance. What is that even? I don't think that's technically correct to call it that. Because it represents the contact distance parameter. Whatever. It's fine. Should probably be called like rotation contact distance or something. Limit contact distance. Joint manager. So I'm gonna have to do something similar to this again, I think. Except... we need to do that. Should also be making sure that I actually set these to something. Doesn't matter. It'll be an invalid state if I don't assign them to anything. Use that. So, I think this is the spring. Yeah. It's the spring on the limits. So, very similar to this again. We grab that. What would these be if I don't enable it? 0? Yes. What do we set them to? Maybe I should require that we pass in the parameters here. So, because I don't want to have to add that many more parameters to the joint data struct. We don't want that to be massive and we be copying unnecessary data. I think that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. Have we even done half? Oh, I think I've done slightly more than half of these. And I'm still going, good. I no longer trust that I'm lying. This is actually kind of good, because I can use this function for this one as well. In which case I should probably rename it to like parameters. I guess I could also explicitly enable it if you set these without explicitly enabling it beforehand. What's up, Implode? Yeah, I know, it's long, but I'm the only one that's going to be looking at it. In the actual C# code, I think it's a much shorter name. Yes, it's long, it's descriptive. Because in here, it's obviously like not super long parameter names or property names. So I don't really care that these are absolutely huge. They describe what they're doing perfectly. Yep, that's correct. Enable motor. Also, I'm probably gonna refactor this quite a bit when it's time to merge the joint and ragdoll stuff into the Jolt physics branch. Because I imagine Jolt handles it quite a bit differently compared to physics. Set motor driver enabled. How do we deal with motors? It's a Revolut joint flag. In that case, I will steal this code. And what was the other parameter? Free spin. Show me the way of C++. Yes. Well, I don't think I'm the person to do that. Enable free spin. Don't know if their spin should be capitalized, but whatever. Yeah, no, I'm definitely not the best person when it comes to C++. Although I am trying to improve it. Enable free spin. What's up, Marka? No, enable free spin. At this point, I'm so close to finishing the first steps of the Vertex IL. Thanks to Tony for the name, huh? Yeah. That is impossible to pronounce. Vertex? Had you gone with Vertex, it would have been a lot simpler. Yeah, Marco, why don't you explain what vertex is? And how do we set the target velocity again? Drive velocity. Intermediate language for a shading language called vertex, where the name comes. Yeah, it's basically got to do with shading languages. Target velocity, auto wake, yeah, that's fine. Do I need to implement all of these now? I mean, there's not that many left. And these ones are, I think I've already written the actual implementation for, so fine. Oh, you do not want to use my code as an example of what to do, I don't think. I mean, I think it can still probably be helpful, but I tend to not write code in the best possible, like using the best possible practices. But that's kind of because I don't care about the best possible practices. all the time. But I mean, you can still like learn if you. So I'm sure you can learn something. I hate this name. Set motor driver limits are forces. That not a good name. But I want to be done with this. Preferably like yesterday. And how do I do that? Do I not use that yet? Yeah, I'm not actually using that. That's interesting. So is that like a flag somewhere, or is it a function? Force limit. Yeah. Let's take a look at the physics documentation. See what they have to say. Joints. Aha! Constraint flag. Which... So it's one of these then. Drive limits are forces, yeah. Cool. It should be very easy to do that then. That was easy. Right, I'm still trying to do. I'm gonna have to update that in here as well. I think. Yes. Good thing I caught that then. And I'm still alive. Good. Isn't that a... yeah, it's a Revolut joint flag specifically. So let's grab this one. Mass scale. What's up, Tony? Welcome back. Times on box. I think math scale can apply to pretty much any joint. Oh, but it's also inverse, I think. Yeah. Isn't the inverse of it? Some dude got scared when I locked my car since it honks and he was like 2 meters from the front. Damn. So, to get the inverse, isn't that just like this multiplied by -1? Or is it 1 divided by? Because it's... I forget how you do inverse mass. It's... if it's... I think it's 1 divided by the mass, right? No, let's... yeah, I think it's 1.0 divided by... exactly, so there should be 1 divided by the mass scale. Now, of course, if mass scale... if some idiot tries to set that to 0, that's going to result in divided by 0, which isn't good. So, probably do a verify that mass scale is not equal. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was like -1 divided and then multiplied by, which isn't that like, no, that's not the same, I don't think. So as long as it's not 0, that's fine. That actually means that my thing up here is not correct, because it should be 1 divided by. See you later, Black Sparrow. I forget how my verify works. So this will look like correct. Wait. No, that was correct. Make the map go room and done. Pretty much. And I should definitely do this. No, I don't actually have to do this because well, I don't have to do this up here because we don't let these become 0 through the editor. So I shouldn't need that. Now I think in theory I can just steal those final ones from the fixed joint component. Time to solder some components the size of a millimeter. Have fun with that. I think it's the pretty much done here. So it's breakable, yes, yes. Yep, that's all of them. Tell you what, instead of copying the entire thing, let's copy just the contents. Hinge. Hinge. Set is breakable. Hinge. I'm going to regret my decisions. Probably yes. Get brake force. We're not updating it in the component here for some reason. We don't need to get the joint data technically. We could just return entity get component, hinge joint, brake force. Same thing here. Fixed. Wait, no, that's torque. I mean, we can do that for torque as well. Good. Same thing here, we're not updating it in the component for some reason. Should read this from the components. Yes, I can type. Why have I just skipped updating the component in all of these? Final stretch. Let's be sure to add it here as well, even though the fixed joint probably doesn't even work. Okay, that's all of them implemented. Thank God. Let's see if it compiles. Forgot to return the value. Nice. Now it's not quite done because we need to add them as well. Thankfully I can do that really quickly by just copying these. That's what I wanted to do. I could probably rename that to like add icon or something, just to make these lines a bit shorter. And that's all of those added. Whoa. So there's quite a few of them. Would be nice if we could have like a good way of doing this automatically. Because there's a lot of them. Okay, but they're added to build, and hopefully it will work. I'm not actually gonna try using the API yet. Excuse you? That's bullshit. Do a rebuild. Because those should definitely not be unresolved. What? These build times are starting to get kind of annoying. I'm sorry, what? We still have unresolved externals? What's... Why is this unresolved? 3 of your sisters still 19 to go. That sounds painful. What's up with this? Debug renderer is unresolved. Two of them are wrong. Where is this debug renderer at? I just forgotten to regenerate my projects, maybe? Well, command line. So where is this? Renderer, debug renderer. It's there. Please don't tell me they're unresolved, because they exist. Now it works. Okay, so I had to regenerate the project. Let's see if we get any errors from Mono. That looks fine to me. Although it's still not able to load. But I fixed this. Maybe we just haven't rebuilt the sandbox project binaries. That's not it. Let's actually check that the PDB settings are correct here. It's on a build, I think. Advanced, portable, yeah, they're correct. Okay, that fixed it. Good. Let's turn down that bloom. Sorry, what? Alright, I renamed the component, so... Oh, but I forgot to rename it in here. Okay, I need to remember to do that. Negative 0.5, 0.5. And it now rotates. Good. Let's save that and immediately go to Revolute. Inch is what it's called now, so good. I guess I should probably try and test out the scripting. Fix up that base namespace thing. We need to start setting that loop remake if we can. Well, actually, no, it doesn't matter because you're gonna use the folder and add that as the namespace. 2022. What's a fun test? Actually, I think technically we don't even have to write any scripts to test it. I could potentially add a joint to the prefab sandbox scene and maybe collide with it with the player. Possibly. Prefab sandbox. Let's create a queue. Scale it like that and like that. Duplicate it. Let's do -1. I really wish these scene renderer settings were persistent. That's good enough. Let's give this one a hinge joint. Make this one a dynamic rigid body. I'm gonna call this wall. Or the rotation axis is going to be Y. I think it's actually going to be -0.5. That's on the wrong axis, I think. Because, well, we can test that pretty easily. Just give it a target velocity of a bit, hit that. No. 0 there. .5? Is that correct? Why is this not taking effect the way I want it to? Because I was using it incorrectly. Okay, good. So let's disable the motor, hit save, hit play. And in theory, maybe increase the brake torque a bit. Hey! Awesome. And I don't know if this is gonna work, but if I enable collision so these two can collide with each other. Yeah, what's up, E-Man? Okay, this looks fine. Ah. That doesn't look so fine anymore. Just don't break. I don't want it to break at all. And now those two are actually colliding with each other. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. That's kind of loud. How loud is that on stream? Because that was very loud for me. Let's gotta reduce that quite a bit. Damn, that's actually kind of robust. Let's stop that. Cool. I should test the API though. I think that's probably a good thing to do. I would like to use the debugger, but I don't. Actually, yeah, the debugger should work. And let's, for the purpose of this, do a log as well. I should probably log something with the joint so it doesn't get optimized away, although it is debug mode, so it shouldn't be optimized. Let's do that. Put a breakpoint there, connect the debugger. Add a... Did I build? No, I can't remember the build. No, I didn't. Add script, joint test, and it's the wall entity. Connect it up, hit play. Okay. Break force, break torque, yep. Connected entity, connected mass scale, yep. Enable motor false. Free spin true, which doesn't take effect. Just checking if I implemented everything correctly. Because if I didn't, that's a problem. But this all seems fine to me. That's not worrying at all. Okay. Yeah. What happened here? Why did it decide it should do this? You can't have something just work in Hazel. Usually you will have a garbage collector crash. And I don't think I have the Motosaurus either. Because I don't have it cloned, so I can't actually check what went wrong. At least I don't think I did. No, I don't. What did I even do? Because I wasn't in play mode. That's weird. But at least it works. And I'm super happy with that. So let's take a quick look at the ragdoll to-do list that I opened up on GitLab. I have now exposed the API C#. properly test the Revolute joints. There's probably quite a lot more testing I can do. I have to make sure that all of the properties work the way they're supposed to. But to be honest, I think I'm gonna leave that for once I've kind of gotten the meat of the ragdolls implemented. And it does seem like most of the properties do in fact work. So that just leaves implement the basics of a D6 joint, which is gonna be painful. Because if we go and take a look here, D6 joint, it's by far the most complex of the standard physics joints. It's basically a joint that you can configure in any way you want. And yeah, there's a lot there. And that's what I'm going to start working on this week, which I'm actually really excited for. Because it's a challenge and it's fun. And it will get me a step closer to the ragdolls being functional. So yeah, let's go ahead and commit this. Now, yes, I didn't properly test the scripting, which I'm gonna have to do. Just ignore those changes. Yep, that. Exposed hinge joint API to C#. I also ended up fixing mass scale not being inverted before assigning effects. That looks fine to me. Yeah, I also cool. Let's push that. Alright, that's probably gonna be the end of the stream today. I won't be streaming tomorrow because we have a meeting with the rest of the team. But I'll probably stream, well, I might actually stream tomorrow because I'm gonna start working on the D6 joints. And I do want to show myself working on that. But it will probably be a lot earlier in the day. So keep an eye out for that if you are interested. But yeah, so let's see if I remember my keyboard shortcuts. Yeah, I do. Alright, thank you all for watching. Have a good rest of the day. Bye bye.